You're going to sit on it and think, pastor, uncle. Yep. Next up, my Aunt Monica B. Thompson. I'm going to call you up here too. Come on up. I'm going to give you guys 2 examples. My Aunt Monica Thompson and my uncle, Pastor Jerome C. Willis. Okay. So first, let's start with my uncle, Pastor Jerome C. Willis. Yep. I'm calling you on up here. Good morning. It's 10:47 a.m. I'm on the iPhone because I am recording another video. I'm recording another video right now on the camera. So if I'm not looking at y'all, I don't know why. Don't have any makeup on because I've been busy on the go today. And I've been in a lot of emotional distress, okay? It needs to be said, okay? Sometimes in families, like I told you guys before, I've never received any handouts from anyone. I don't expect any handouts from anyone. I've always done the work in my life. But the issues with my mother are something that let me drink some water. Are something that were created by the rest of my family, right? Sometimes within families, like I said, I the only person I ever compete with is myself, because I want to provide a better future for my daughters and be the best that I can be for them. And I'm the only person that can do that. But sometimes within families, there's a certain competitiveness in some families of who's the best, right? But do you guys know where that comes from? It comes from a sense of lack of integrity and self-esteem within others, when they feel like they have to diminish or demise or try to put down other people so they feel better about themselves. And that's what's been going on in my family. My mother did not have the mental strength, maybe, because it creates mental barriers when people put you down. And you might not even need anything from them at all. Not money, nothing. But it creates a mental barrier to make you feel a certain way about yourself, for them to maintain their sense of superiority, right? So I've drawn a line in the sand for me and my daughters to not associate with any of my other extended family members. Because when you look back and reflect on your life and think about how people have done small things, small acts, maybe they said certain things or did certain things just to try to put you down, to create mental barriers, to make themselves feel superior, why would I want that around my daughters? I want them to be surrounded with love. You know, I want to build them up. So if people are doing that to me, then what do they do to my daughters? If they did that to my mother, that's why they did it to me. I'm going to give you guys 2 examples. My Aunt Monica Thompson and my uncle, Pastor Jerome C. Willis. Okay? Because now it's enough. I'm breaking it. I'm breaking it all down. For my sisters, for my sister, my brother, my nieces, and my mother, my daughters. Because you guys are not superior. You're just people walking this earth just like we are. Okay? I don't know why I had to come to this. I don't know, because just like it took a purse for me to see how my mother felt about me, it took a YouTube channel for me to see how my family felt about me, right? Okay. So first, let's start with my uncle, Pastor Jerome C. Willis. Yep. I'm calling you on up here. Like I said, the video's not coming down. Protect it strongly. 2-factor identification. Okay. It's my content. I created it. It's my voice. Ain't nothing you can do. So you gonna sit on this and think. You gonna sit on it and think, Pastor, Uncle. Yep. All right. So, when I came back here from California, which was a result of my mother's manipulation, right? I was distraught and very confused. Very confused. And that's the problem with me my entire life, because of my personality. I ain't never hated on nobody. I want to see everybody do well. If I can do something to help somebody, I genuinely will. There's not one person in this earth that could comment down below and say that I've done anything to try to put them down or stop them from reaching a goal. Not one. Not one person. This video is open to the world, because that's me. Okay? When I came back here from California, my uncle, who I loved dearly, regarded as a second father, because I wasn't really that close with my biological father. He was very mean to me. Very mean. Just mean. And so I started to reflect and think, about my life with my uncle, who I thought we had a good relationship. We had very deep conversations. And the things you understand or think are a certain way at 16 years old are not that way at 32 years old. And I thought about this one moment. Once again, when I was 16 years old, on the straight and narrow, doing my best to elevate myself up off a poverty level. My uncle, I used to go babysit at their house, my uncle and aunt's house, right? Yep. Used to go babysit there, and there was a boy down the street. Well, I probably cut that out. I won't tell y'all his name for his privacy. There was a boy down the street. He was cute. I wouldn't say we dated, because we never went on a date. We talked on the phone, right? My uncle, he did small things, which you would call as manipulation right now. Small things to make me think we were friendly, and he loved me. Like, my aunt would pay me for babysitting, and he would come back and pay me again. Give me another $40, you know, to make me think we were cool, right? That's what he did. So then, I think of this moment. My aunt and uncle, they were going somewhere. I don't really recall why, but for some reason, I was going to be left alone in their home while they were gone. And The boy, he lived down the street, right? And I remember my uncle said something along the lines like, oh, you gonna call Corey and have him come down or something, which kind of struck me as odd. But once again, I'm 16 and naive. No street smarts. No street smarts. Just book smart. Just book smart. As far as street smarts, I'm an idiot. That's that. Okay. So, my uncle set his 16-year-old daughter up to be home alone in his house with a boy. Why? When I was on the straight and narrow in the books, 4.0 student. If my uncle loved me, any type of fatherly love for me, my uncle would have been saying, you stay away from that boy. You on the right path, right? Don't think about boys. You worry about that later, right? Yeah, because that's what I would be telling my daughters or my nieces when I knew they had a promising future ahead of them. Yeah, because that's what you do. That's what you do. You would encourage them to stay out of trouble. So, what do you guys think that was about? That my uncle saw that I had a promising future and prayed on me at 16 to set me up to become 16 and pregnant? How wicked is that? How wicked? How wicked? And though I love my Aunt Nina, I love my Aunt Lena very much, I can no longer have any association with her. Because where was your integrity? Where was your integrity? But what my uncle didn't know is that I was not sexually active. Uncle, just like right now, back then, at 16, I was about my business. I was not going to be 16 and pregnant. So, you guys think my uncle would have did that to his niece and his bloodline? No. But my aunt and my bloodline allowed it. Where was your integrity, Aunt? Where? What if I did become 16 and pregnant because I was sexually active and that changed the course of my entire life? How would you have felt? You wouldn't have cared, because they ain't cared about. They wouldn't have cared. She wouldn't have cared, right? Because the only thing that's important is maintaining this little image of we so good, we so better, our kids so better. Okay, and I hate to drudge up the past, but this is an ongoing thing because it was the same thing with the YouTube. I thought it was a good thing, will be a family thing for us. And when I started helping my uncle with that, his son had this demeanor towards me, this type of demeanor, like he was better or something. And I'm like, well, I'm well educated. I've been doing this longer than you. I can edit better than you. Like, who are you talking to, right? My nephew had, my cousin has that demeanor because his father does. It's in the bloodline. So now, there's no association anymore. I wish y'all the best. Many blessings to you. But we separating. So my blessings can flow freely over here. And they won't be blocked by anyone else's actions. Okay? So yeah, that's just one thing about my uncle. The good old uncle, Pastor Jerome C. Willis. Next up, my Aunt Monica B. Thompson. I'm going to call you up here too. Come on up. Okay. Once again, this all started off, I was the one prayed on out of my siblings, of my mother's children, because I showed them the most promise, right? The most promise. They keep Lynn down by keeping Lynn's kids down, right? Yep. So I was preyed on because I showed the most promise. Now, once again, 16 years old, straight A student, doing dual enrollment, all that. My aunt, Miss Monica B. Thompson, her whole entire job was helping kids get ready and set up for college. There was no conversation with me about college. There was no asking, are you filling out applications? Do you know how to get assistance for free applications? There was no conversation. Uncle Marty, we cool. You ain't never did nothing to me. I'm gonna leave you out of this because you cool. We good, okay? There was no conversation. Not one. Because once again, the reason why I'm doing everything I'm doing is to make sure that my children are educated, because knowledge is power. Even though I had everything, I had the grades and stuff, I didn't know about filling out applications, how to get the scholarships, about what to do if you couldn't afford the application fees. I did not know. But I have an aunt in my family, and that's her whole entire job, right? It wouldn't have required you anything, no money, just 5-10 minutes of your time. And it was never a sit down. Why do you think that is? But still, she want to walk around and tell people how she helped this student at her school, and she helped this student at her school, and she did this for this student, and she brought this table for this charity event to help this person. Okay? And like I said, this is not just the past, because it leads up to the present. All right? My aunt, Miss Monica B. Thompson, like I said, I forgot about the past. When I started to do better, she came in my house. I was doing her eyebrows or something. And I had a whole house full of new furniture. She didn't say nothing. Not, oh, you got some new furniture, that's great. Oh, I'm happy for you. Nothing. So that's when I started looking at her funny. That's when I started looking at her funny, all right? That's when I really started looking at her real funny, because that's some hater stuff. And who hate on their own niece? That's weird. It's odd. It's peculiar, right? But it's what this family is doing, okay? One day, my aunt, Ms. Monica B. Thompson, she says, I want you to do my makeup for something. I don't know. Can I come whatever day at 5:30? Okay, cool. So once again, this is at my house. So I spend my day cleaning makeup brushes, setting up stuff for her. She didn't call, no text, no show, nothing. So as if her time was better than mine, while even though I'm not working 9 to 5, I still have children who still have homework, baths, dinner, still working on the business, still maintaining the YouTube channel, all of that. Might have wanted to go somewhere with Dre. That's how she regarded me, okay? But still, it wasn't a big deal. The next day, I was out running errands. She calls me at the last minute. I'm sitting in a Wendy's drive-thru with Zoe and them. She said, can I come now, do my makeup, like an hour? First of all, who does that? Like, I'm at your beck and call. Like, but still, me being the nice, sweet, considerate person I am, I'm like, okay. She come, got her makeup done, whatever. 2-3 days later, there's no payment, but still my aunt is texting me about directing her to start a YouTube channel. I don't have to direct you. Get a camera, get a computer, and put your content up. What do y'all need my help for? Right? And so there was an issue. And it's just this ongoing thing and lack of respect. No respect. Just like my uncle. Because if he had any respect for my mother, you would not be having her 16-year-old daughter in your home alone with a boy. If you had any respect for my mother at all. right? No respect, right? Okay. Yes. Yes. Small acts to try to make you feel like they're inferior, or to try to make you feel like they are superior. Just small acts throughout your life. And sometimes it feels like you have to work extra hard to get what you want out of life when people do that to you, because it's frustrating. It's frustrating when you're surrounded around people who have the knowledge, the tools to simply help you with one conversation, and they won't. Or when you're surrounded around people who literally prey on you at 16 years old for your demise in order to, I guess, maintain their level of mental superiority. How wicked, how wicked and twisted is that? Just twisted. You see? Because now I'm fed up. Maybe, just maybe, she couldn't do it. All the years of the freaking, the mental games, the suppression with the words and acts to make my mother feel inferior instead of uplifting her with their words. That's what it is. That's why I'm breaking away, because there is no wholesome family here. They want to see you, my Aunt Monica, Uncle Jerome. That's what they do. But I'm here to tell you here and now, like I said, ain't nobody stopping nothing over here, because I'm smarter. I work harder. And all of the mental acts, the mental things, the little acts of suppression, y'all know what that did? Y'all helped me out, because it built my character. Just made me even stronger. So now I'm unbreakable. Yep. Your own family, you can't trust them. And let me tell y'all something. When people show you who they are, you get away from them and out from up under them, because someone who has no integrity wants to make others feel inferior. You can never trust them. You don't ever know what's what. If you coming, you going, constantly confused. Yep. Yep. So, I'm breaking it. Me and my daughters, we will be blessed. My blessings are going to flow for all I've endured while being a member of this family. It's sad, but it is what it is. Once again, I came to elevate myself and my children so they can have better and be educated. And I wasn't holding it against my family. I wanted them to be on this journey with me of elevation. Y'all seen them up here. Scroll down to the videos. It's a shame. It's a shame. So now, I'm gonna go on about my business. Y'all go ahead on in. Be blessed. Break those generational curses.
Trying to get you out my bed, but I still can't get you in my head. Ooh, I'm seeing you, won't take a good time. I know you by your phone.